In today's video, I'll show you how you can use Virlo as a complete beginner and still manage content like a pro. We'll cover account setup, the different pricing plans and which one is for you, and the key features that matters most, like analyzing competitors, spotting viral outliers, and turning ideas into finished videos with the content canvas. By the end, you'll see how Virlo can streamline your entire workflow and help you consistently create content that stands out. To get started, set up your account here in the website of Virlo by using the link in the description. Once you're here, is that you want to click here on Get Access to Virlo or click on Try for Free. And from here, you will now be prompted into the login page if you already have an account. If not, you can always click here and sign up and provide your login details, or you could just continue with your Google or your Twitter account. Once you're signed in, you will now be prompted right here. Once you're signed in, the first thing that you want to do is to set up your subscription, because without a subscription with only the free plan, it's very limited. Like, the free plan is only good for a one-time trial, and yeah, it isn't really that great. For example, when I go here into creator search, I only get one free TikTok search, so that's all. That's all that's free right here. So it's very limited. I suggest going here into billing, and then you want to go for one of these plans right here. Now, if you would want to save as much as possible, you would want to go for the annual plan. And make sure to check the link in the description if there are any exclusive offers or coupon code available, so that you would also get a discount when you use those offers. Now, the question is, which one should you get? First, we have the Research Analyst. This plan is all about intelligence, not production. You're essentially buying a radar system for trends. Daily viral data and unlimited niche analysis means you can spot opportunities before they peak. Perfect for strategists, agencies, or academic researchers who want to understand what's working in TikTok or YouTube ecosystems without actually creating content. You can think of it as the brains of the operation. No flashy tools, but the insights can fuel smarter campaigns. Next is that we have the Starter Creator. So with this one right here, is that this is the entry point for creators who want to test the waters of AI-driven content. With 1,000 credits, you can experiment with scripts, audio, and video generation without committing to heavy production. The dual account connection lets you manage both TikTok and YouTube at once, which is great for cross-platform testing. This is best for solo creators or students who want to validate ideas quickly, build consistency, and learn what resonates before scaling. Next one would be the Pro Creator. So this is where things shift from experimenting to serious content production. With 5,000 credits, is that you could run multiple iterations of scripts and videos, refine your style, and maintain a steady posting schedule. 4-account connections mean you can manage multiple brands or collaborate with teammates. So this is best for small teams, agencies, or creators who already know their niche and want to scale output without burning out. And lastly, we have Elite Creator. So this is the highest tier. This is the enterprise level toolkit with 12,500 credits and 6 account connections. You're not just creating content, you're running a content factory. This plan is built for agencies managing multiple clients or creators who dominate across several niches. The high credit pool allows for A or B testing at scale, producing polished videos, and running campaigns simultaneously. You can think of it as the studio package: maximum flexibility, maximum reach, and the ability to experiment aggressively without worrying about limits. And now, last thing to explain before we go over the features is that we have these credits right here. So you might be confused, what are these credits? We have the plan and lifetime credits. So the plan credits would be a recurring allowance of credits tied to your subscription tier, like Starter, Pro, or Elite. Basically, each action, like generating a script, creating an audio track, or rendering a video, cost a certain amount of credits. And the reset cycle would be monthly as long as your subscription is active. Like for example, on starter creator plan, we have 1,000 credits per month, right? So if you use them all, you need to wait until the next cycle or upgrade to a higher plan to get refreshed again or get a higher credit. So you can think of plan credits as your monthly fuel tank for content creation. And then we have the lifetime credits. So these are basically a one-time pool of credits you purchase often through a lifetime deal or special offer. So make sure to check the link in the description and see if there are any offers in there. And basically, this is if you buy 5,000 lifetime credits, you can spend them out over months or years using them whenever you need without expiration. They do not reset monthly. So yeah, that's it. All right, so now I have discussed everything that you should know before you begin using the features in here in Virlo. You should know now on what plan to get and what these credits are. So you could monitor on how much resources you still have here in creating your content here in Virlo. Now let's proceed here into the dashboard and discuss this. So in here, we have the search bar. So this is your command center. You can instantly look up trends, creators, or content ideas across TikTok and YouTube. But in my case, it's not available because it's a premium plan and I'm currently on the free plan. So yeah, but basically this is where you'd be able to search for something specific. Instead of scrolling endlessly on platforms themselves, you can surgically search for what's working now. For a project manager, this might mean that you can quickly validate ideas before assigning tasks or allocating credits. So you can use this to compare niches side by side. You can just put in or type in the niche that you are interested in. And in here, we have the recently added outliers. So outliers are the unexpected viral hits content that performs way above the average in its niche. So this is where you spot emerging opportunities before they saturate. So if you see a random travel hack video suddenly outperforming, that's a signal that you can adapt the concept early so that you could also ride the trend in these outliers and maybe you could mimic their style and blow up as well. And lastly here is that we have the niches. So this section organizes trends by topic clusters like travel, food, AI vlogs, animals, anime, and many, many more. So instead of choosing random viral hits, you can focus on niches here that align with your brand or project goals. It helps you stay consistent while still tapping into what it's hot. And for example, I'm going to go for AI blog and it will now provide me the insights right here. As you can see, we can see the daily views, total views, all platforms, TikTok, YouTube, and so on, so that you will be able to know if this is worth getting into, especially if you're just selecting a niche right here. You could see the most popular hashtag, top AI vlog creators, so that you could spy on them, adopt the strategies, and maybe get an inspiration. And then the top videos in here. So no videos found yet. So you can go for all platforms, you can go for YouTube, you can go for most likes, comments, engagements, and many more right here. So yeah, basically just make sure to use the filters and then you can see the videos right here and take inspiration from them so that you'd be able to make your videos better. And then you also have this ones right here. So you can go for 5 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, depending on the time range that you are interested in. So if you'd want to see what's booming right now, if this specific niche is specifically blowing up, then you could go for the most recent one. You can go here for 5D and see if the numbers are really high. And yeah, maybe you could ride a trend and blow up as well. All right, so now next is creator search. So basically you can use this to look deep into a TikTok account or a YouTube channel that you would want to investigate. So for TikTok, you would need to provide their username. For YouTube is their full profile URL or username as well. And yeah, basically here, let's just go for TikTok right here. And then let's go for Mr. Beast, for example. And once you have now provided or typed in the username, you can now click here on Analyze. Or if you would want to go for your previous searches, you could also click here on Search History, and you should now be able to see all the search history that you have. Let's click on Analyze and let's see what it got for us. So now it's initializing. Wait for it to finish scanning, and it will now get the info ready for you about the certain username that you have provided. Alright, so now here it is. And now we have all the info right here that we need from this certain username or Mr. Beast. So we now have a profile deep dive, which it broke down the creator's posting frequency, engagement rate, and growth patterns. And we have the posting times right here. So as you can see, you could also see the frequency. And then we have the hashtags that is most frequently used or collection right here. Music analysis on what music they use on their videos. Their audience right here. So you can see their demographic on what country their audience is mostly from. You could also see the country distribution right here. And then the content ideas generator, so you could generate content ideas that would be similar to the content of this account that you are investigating or analyzing right here. And we have the keywords. So this is the keywords of this channel right here. And then the recent videos that this channel or this user has posted. And you could also add their top 3 viral videos to your collection so that you could use them as a reference. You can click on that. And then from here, you can now select your collection. If you don't have one, you can always click here on Add to Collection or New Collection box. And then choose a color, let's say red. Click on collection name. So I'm just going to go for it, sample collection. And then you can now click on Add Collection Box, and it will now be created. You can now select the collection box and then click on Add to Collection, and then the top 3 videos of this channel or user will now be added to that collection, which we could view later on in this video. So yeah, these are all the infos that you will be getting here in Virlo using the creator analysis. You can use this to identify top content, trend mapping, and comparative benchmarking. The reason that it is so good is that it's basically a shortcut to strategy. Instead of guessing what works, you can reverse engineer proven tactics right here from channels that are doing great. So you could also get content inspiration, spot recurring formats, hooks, or editing styles that you can adapt. You also get a competitive edge using this one right here because, of course, you can see the gaps in their strategy. You can see every information in here. And then the team alignment is that this is for project managers. Basically, this data helps assign tasks like replicating the style of hook for the videos right here of your choice. So yeah, this is the creator search. You could basically do the same thing for a YouTube search. Next tool is we have the content canvas. So this is where you'd be able to design and assemble your content workflow from idea to a finished video. Or you could also rework or rescript viral videos to make your own viral videos. So in here, once your content canvas, click on the plus button, and then you'll be presented with 3 choices. You could either go for guided flow, media generation, or free roam. So the guided flow is basically for beginners, so you can be guided step by step. You have this whole process outlined for you. And then the media generation is focused mainly on creating your video and audio. If you already have a specific idea in mind, you already know what to create. And yeah, basically you already have a concept. And the free roam would be the full canvas editor with drag and drop nodes. So this is where you would be able to get the maximum flexibility. So for this tutorial, we'll just be going for the guided flow since this is a beginner's tutorial. And from here, we will now be prompted into the guided creation, as you can see right here. So first of all, you would now be able to go here into the reference videos. So you can now add a reference video by a URL right here. So it supports YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, or TikTok URLs. And basically, I'm just going to go for TikTok for an example right here. I'm just going to copy the link on this video. for example, and then paste it and click on add. And it's now going to add it right here, as you can see. You could also add multiple videos if you'd want. So that would be your reference videos. And then from here in the collection, you could also add this into your collection if you want. You can click here on browse and select the collection right here that you have made. And we also have the random discovery. So you could now get inspired by random content if you would want. So when you click here on get random videos, you'd now be able to get this right here. And you can decide if you'd want to try another or add it into your canvas. In my case, I don't want that because I already have a reference video right here. So I'm just going to click here on next. And now we can choose our prompt. So now you have your content type. You can go for default, chat message, story, Reddit story, AI storytelling. So basically, what kind of video are you looking into creating, or your reference video, what kind of video it is? If you'd want to copy that, then you could go for the content types right here. So is it a Reddit story, chat message story, AI storytelling, which is this one right here? I mean, all storytelling right here, but AI storytelling works here too. And then we have the ranking content, TikTok shop, AI vlogs, content ideas, and many more. So my reference video falls here into all storytelling. So I'm just going to go here. And basically, you will now have a pre-made prompt. And you would also be able to edit it right here if you would want to add something, change something, or remove something. In my case, I will not be modifying this as I am already satisfied with this. I think it's already good, but if you think you want to change it, feel free to change it right here. And now I'm just going to go click here on next. And we will now be proceeding into the generate script. So from here, we already have one video selected, which is the reference video. Just like I said, you can add more if you want. And then the content type that we chose is storytelling. So based on that option, it will now generate a script. So we're going to click here on generate script, and it will now have it ready for us right here. But in my case, I don't have any credits available anymore, so I don't get to generate a script. And then you'd be able to see the cost here. So 1 credit per generation. And yeah, you would now be able to monitor on how much credit you'll be spending here. And you will now have your script here. And then after that, you'll now be proceeding to the media generation, where you would be able to choose your audios and videos right here, like voiceovers and so on. You can also click here on canvas view, by the way. And then this would now look like this. So here it is. And then we now have our nodes right here. And you could always add a node by navigating here in the bottom middle. So you could go here for add video references right here. So now we now have this node. We can drag it anywhere right here in our canvas. And then you can now add a URL. So I'm going to add a URL right here, add video URL, add videos, same video here. And then you could now connect that node right here so that it would now be connected when you're creating a prompt, and it would now use this video as additional data. You could also go for collections if you'd want. And then you have a bunch more nodes right here. Like you could go for add a video generation node right here. You can click on that, and now you have this right here. And I'm just going to put it here and connect this prompt right here. And now there it is. It is now connected. So with this one right here is that you would now be able to generate the video. You could go for a script based right here, or you could go for an image based right here, depending on how you'd want it. So you could now add your script right here. So as you can see, connect a script node or add a script content manually, but this one is only a prompt. So I can't really use that, and I can't also generate a script as of now because I don't have any credits. And basically here in the video generation, you would now focus here on the video style. Make sure that you have selected the correct one. And then the realistic option right here is also optional. You can go for anime or professional 3D instead for your artistic style. And then the script right here that we have chosen. And then the generation model. This is very important, as this would also determine on how much credit you are going to spend in creating this video. So here in this Virlo 3 quality, it will now take us 225 credits, which is quite expensive, but you will get amazing results with this generation model. So if you're going to use this, make sure all your other settings are correct, because once you generate this, you wouldn't be able to refund the credits in case you have made an error in your prompt and or something else. So yeah, you could also go for others if you'd want to, so that you'd be able to minimize your credit spending. And then you have the scene counts right here. You can now go for different scenes, and total cost right here would vary depending on the scene count. So as you can see, it is now in 1,350 credits for the cost. So that is expensive. And yeah, that is basically it. You could also add some more nodes like image creation node. If you're curious on what it looks like this. You can go for text image, edit image, and then the cost. So make sure to always look for the cost so that you'd be able to manage your credit spending here wisely. So yeah, that is basically it for the content canvas. The idea here is that you'd be able to take your idea into a finished video quickly and guidedly, because you have all the guides right here, right? So that's it. Next one, we have the collections. So this is where we'd be able to see all the collections that we have right here in our Virlo account, and where we would be able to go into the collection and see the videos or content that we have saved in here. For example, is Mr. Beast video that we just did earlier, if you remember when we did the creator search. Next is that we have the outlier videos. So this is very understandable now. This is where you'd be able to see viral outliers here on different platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and you could also use a search function in here where you could search a specific niche on what the outliers are in that niche. And you could also go for timely videos wherein it's very recent that it has blown up or has become an outlier in that niche. And maybe you could replicate that style so that you could also get the chance to get a viral or get an outlier video. But as you can see, it's only available for premium users, so you would really need a subscription to do this. They don't offer free testing in here. But yeah, basically that is what the outlier here is about. We have already discussed it briefly earlier when we discussed the previous features. And the next we have the account, is where you would be able to see your account details and connect your YouTube and TikTok account right here. So that's very useful, so that it would be a seamless integration when you're using Virlo. And then you have the usage, so that you can monitor your credit usage right here, how much resources from the plan that you have. And as you can see right here, feature usage. So this is where you'd be able to see on how much you still have. And then the billing is where you'd be able to see your plan details. And then you can also go here, get free credits if you'd want to, basically an affiliate thing right here. So you can get up to 100 credits based on post quality and engagement when you are posting your viral content success on Virlo, on X, LinkedIn, or social. And yeah, you could also go here for the change log. And this is where you'd be able to see all the patches or what's new, what's changed here in Virlo, so you could stay updated to the changes on the tools right here. And then you have the feedback. So this is where you can submit your feedback about Virlo, or you can submit a bug report if you'd want to, or a new feature request. And logout button. So basically logs out your account. And then we have the affiliate program and join the Discord server of Virlo. So yeah, this is it for Virlo on the full guide for beginners. So I hope this video has been helpful to you in knowing on how you'd be able to effectively use Virlo. So make sure to check out the link for any exclusive offers, bonuses, and coupon codes that you might be able to use to jumpstart your journey here in Virlo. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.